Machine learning is a really hot topic, and deservedly so. At what point does it reach the smartphone?
It's actually already been on our smartphones for a few years, but always through the data center when we picked up our phones and did tasks like speech recognition or image recognition. Our phones pinged the data center, usually in Silicon Valley, and then the answer came back. What's new in 2017 is that we're predicting that 300 million smartphones will have chips or software which are actually capable of acting as a neural network, capable of doing machine learning on board the mobile device. That's a fifth of all the smartphones that'll sell in 2017.
That's a really large part of the base of premium phones, but it's a component. What does it do? What does it enable? What are the applications?
I've mentioned some already. Voice recognition, translation, virtual reality, indoor mapping. The list of things that machine learning is capable of doing is long and grows longer every year.
So that's all good, but why does it need to be on the phone? What's the difference from having machine learning on the phone?
The first and obvious advantage is that it works even when you're not connected. If you're in a subway tunnel, out in a remote area, on an airplane, where I spend a lot of time, wouldn't it be great if you could do that translation, image recognition on your mobile device, even when there was no signal, or perhaps even a weak signal?
Anything else?
Sure. One of the other big ones is latency. Latency is the time it takes your phone to send a signal to a cell tower to California, and get it all back. That latency can be 1 or 2 seconds. Now, that's not a big deal when you're trying to translate a menu, perhaps. But if you are, for example, flying a drone, driving a car, operating a robot inside a factory, you're needing to work in millisecond times. So having the machine learning on board the device allows you to reduce latency, which greatly enhances the ability of these mobile objects.
In 2017, we'll still be at early days with machine learning on the phone, but one of the applications I've heard is around security and how that is enhanced by machine learning on the phone. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. In one of our other predictions, there's another video about it, we talked about distributed denial of service attacks, DDoS attacks, that use botnets of hundreds of thousands of compromised Internet of Things devices. These devices were shipped from factories with factory-installed usernames and passwords, and when those passwords are compromised, those machines are slaves. What if there were a machine learning chip on that camera that detected an unusual pattern? You wouldn't actually need to go on scrub all the usernames and passwords. It would in fact be able, without owner's intervention, be able to shut down its participation in that DDoS attack. So this is something that we expect to see more of over coming years.
That's great. So machine learning, as I mentioned earlier, we're still at the very outset of this. Does it mean that you can get machine learning on the phone, that you don't need to have machine learning at the data center anymore?
No, the data center doesn't go away. That's where the training goes on. The implementation might be on your phone, and of course, it always works better together. But let's pause for a second and think about the history of computing. Back in the 1950s and 60s, all the processing occurred at the core of the network on a mainframe or mini computer connected to dumb terminals, because intelligence was scarce and expensive, so it was centralized. And then we drove intelligence further into the network by putting desktop PCs. Then we made it even more mobile and put them on laptops. Now we're putting things like machine learning on our smartphones in our hands. Every time you push intelligence deeper and further and more in people's hands, amazing and transformative things have occurred. I suspect that's going to happen again as machine learning goes mobile in 2017.